She sits alone in her room with tears flowing from her eyes. Thoughts, images, memories, doubts, regrets, questions, they crash into her mind as if a floodgate's been opened. She raises her hand to her forehead and holds her breath, as if she could somehow contain the enormity of what she sees as a hopeless situation in the palm of her hand, as if she were Professor X and could stop the barrage of unwanted thoughts by sheer force of will alone. She feels like she's drowning, unable to save herself, let alone the lives of those around her. She sacrifices her sanity for the sake of her family, and all the while thinks that no one notices. I wanted to save her. I wanted to be her hero. I wanted to be the Superman to her Lois Lane, the Spider-Man to her Mary Jane. I wanted to swoop in out of nowhere, take her by the hand, and show her that this is not it, that life is more than just trying to stay afloat. Forget the boat. I wanted to show her the ocean of stars beneath our feet. I wanted to free her from the prison of gravity and be the wind beneath her wings. I wanted a fairy tale ending. But see, life is not a story. It's not all black and white, heroes and villains, good and evil. Life is messy. There's no script to tell me that I will be the self-sacrificing hero. There's no spaceship, no Jonathan and Martha Kent to guide me on my journey. I always thought that I was destined for great things, rescuing those around me, making the world a better place. But what I realized is, sometimes even heroes need saving. She doubted her own strength, questioned whether or not she'd make it. But when I stepped to the ledge and jumped off, there was no cape on my back, no webs shot from my wrists. The simple fact is that I was falling. But then, the strangest thing happened. As the wind rushed past my face as I fell at this alarming rate, I saw a twinkle in the distance, a star in the night sky, a flash of light in the darkness. Faster than a speeding bullet, this woman who questioned whether or not she was even able to swim shot out of nowhere and caught me. As she sped through the sky with me in her arms, I looked up at her and couldn't help but to wonder at this woman. This damsel in distress was no frail girl, whereas only moments ago, she didn't even know if she was about to drown. She had no faith in her ability to even save herself. And now here she was, soaring through the clouds with the wind at her back, saving someone else. I was not a damsel. I was a damned man who didn't even know he was falling off a building towards hell. And the woman who thought that she wasn't strong enough to survive the waves of tears that were crashing into her, she was the one who saved me. She became my hero, and I couldn't help but to look up and marvel. Sometimes the person that we think we are is only a mask that we wear to fool ourselves. We may not even be the ones who put it on. It may have been our parents, our friends, our ex-wives or husbands, might have been our children, our bosses, our coworkers, or the bully who picked on us in 6th grade. We don't always choose the masks that we wear. Sometimes Clark Kent really is just a mild-mannered reporter. Sometimes there is no Spider-Man to swing out of nowhere to save the day, but sometimes Bruce Wayne is really the mask, and we really are caped crusaders. Sometimes we just forget which is which, and we neglect the hero within each of us until something or someone comes along and reminds us that when Clark takes off his glasses, that clumsy guy at the Daily Planet is stronger than even he realizes. And sometimes Superman is not the real hero, but rather Lois Lane is.